Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all our participants and welcome to webinar Scam Alert. Thank you so much for spending your time and energy to join us in our webinar talk. Before we start our webinar, let us sing along to our national anthem Negaraku and Wawasan Setia Warga UiTM.
Bersatu kita warga UiTM, kita bangsa perkasa, taat dan setia untuk negara, penuh semangat wajar. Kita jangan mudah terlupa pengorbanan perjuangan anak bangsa. Kita jangan mudah terleka kemajuan keamanan yang ada. Kita berterima kasih pada pemimpin-pemimpin negara. Kita rasa penuh bersyukur kerahmatan kemuliaan darinya. Kamilah pendukung pewaris bangsa, kamilah pejalan bangsa Malaysia, kamilah warga berwawasan untuk
Okay, so let us continue our webinar to our introduction. Okay, so today I am your moderator for webinar Scam Alert. My name is Master Azmi Bin Mat, and we have our three incredible panels right here with us, which is first one is Professor Nadia Huda binti Saiful Taman from Monash University, Australia. And then the second one is Tan Sri Datuk Muhammad Azrul bin Zainal Abidin from Siri. And then the third one is our Malaysian millionaire, Darwish Hazim bin Zain from Johor Bahru, Malaysia. So, we are here because we are curious about scam. So I will introduce to you what is scamming. So basically, scamming happens when people try to trick you for money. Scammers usually target random people, for example, teenagers, elderly, adults, young adults, and everyone, as long as they get the money. Usually, this trend of scammers happened in pandemic COVID-19, and it was continued until now. Scammers usually create completely fake businesses, services, or investment and try to make people trust them so that they can earn some money from their wrongdoings. So I want to ask our Tan Sri Dato Azrul to share with us what kind of scamming tactics there are out there that our participants should be aware of.
Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And for today, I will be presenting to you guys about scamming tactics, particularly in Malaysia, that a lot of us are being get by the scam today. First of all, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Datuk Muhammad Azrul bin Zainal Abidin, and I am one of the expertise in scamming tactics in Malaysia because I have faced many experiences before, or people who told me they got scammed, and I will be presenting them to you, the top 4 scamming tactics that are being used in Malaysia. All right, I will move on to the first one, which is Macau scam. This is the most, this is the typical types that scammers usually scam people in Malaysia using this Macau scam. Whether you are the elder people, or you are teenagers, or you are kids as well, can be scammed by using the tactic Macau scam. What is Macau scam? Macau scam are a type of phone scam that originated in China and have spread to other regions, including Malaysia. And these scams typically involve fraudsters pretending to be officials from Chinese government agencies or law enforcement, claiming that the victim is involved in criminal activities or owes money. I will give you an example. For instance, there are some scammers that call maybe pretending to be a police officer or even the CEO of bank or bank managers. They pretend to be a police officer, for instance, and they told you that you have submitted a crime which you take money from others, or you are a syndicate of drugs. So they need to investigate your account, whether there are money being banked in your account for this kind of activities. So they will tell you that you need to clear your account first. The tactic is you need to transfer all of your money in your bank account into theirs so they can do further investigation about your account. That is the first wrong that people in Malaysia do, because he gets the money just like that, freely, without anything that they need to do. But they will keep on targeting you until your bank account is zero, which is very bad for most people. They target mostly elderly people because these people are kinds of people who they have saved a lot of money, whether for investment or for family purposes or for emergency. So not a lot of people are trapped in this scam, but there are still many people who get tricked by the scammers using Macau scam because they are not exposed to these types of scam, which is as a common tactic. We as Malaysians or any people from around the world need to be aware of. All right. Second of all, is love scam. Love scam, we rarely hear this scam, but it happens. Maybe not as frequent as Macau scam, but it is also a type of scam that you need to bear in mind. Love scam is a romance involve scammers creating fake profiles on dating sites or social media to form relationships with victims, eventually manipulating them into sending money or personal information. As you guys know, more and more people nowadays started to get their spouse or their partners online, such as we have Tinder nowadays and many other apps. So online dating is a thing nowadays. So these scammers, they use love scam to take money from others or information. I will give you an example. I've heard this story from one of my friends where he is a male and he sees an attractive woman online and they started chatting. They started talking to each other, and the scammer seems legit, and they try their hardest to not be exposed as a scammer, because they are trained. Scammers are trained as well. They are not just they plan to scam people today, tomorrow they scam people. No, they actually have training provided to them as well to show that they are real. And how they managed to get money from a friend of mine is by saying he is from Spain, which is outside of Malaysia, and she said that meaning the scammer, said that she needed money to go to Malaysia to see my friend, which is a guy. And when she asked for money, my friend willingly gave her. First, he gave her just a little amount of money, but towards the end, it reaches to 100K. And by that time, when my friend realized that it is a scam, her, which is the scammer, disappeared. So this is a type of scam that people who are desperate of love can get tricked into. So as Malaysians, we didn't really apply online dating as much as the outside countries such as US or the UK. We don't really tricked into love scam, but it is worth knowing that love scam exists nowadays. All right. The next one is e-commerce scam. E-commerce scam involve fake websites or advertisement that lure consumers into making purchases only to take their money without delivering the promised goods. We this is not a new thing for us, because online purchasing or online business can be a very bad thing for people in Malaysia. Even though e-commerce have evolved their security standards, they are still people who are still using e-commerce scam. I will give you an example. As you look for something online, I will, for example, headphones. So you see, you like what you see on the internet, and maybe the price is too good to be true. It is out of market. So let's say if the particular headphones on the market is 100 ringgit, they will sell you lower than that price, for example, 80 ringgit and etc. They will not usually tell you that that is fake, usually, and you will like what you see on the internet and would like to purchase it. But they are smart. They use their review section as a way for them to make people believe of them. So on the review section, there will be also scammers who said, "Oh, these headphones are good quality, fast delivery like that." So people see, oh, the price is quite cheap and it is believable. A lot of people are getting the headphones, but in reality, it is a scam. Whether you paid for it and you didn't get anything, or you get other items. You ordered for headphones, you get phone casing like that. So this is a type of scam that many elder people are tricked into, because online purchase is only not only but usually used by the teenagers, and the elder people usually don't know how to order things online. So they are the ones who are being tricked into this e-commerce scam, usually in Malaysia. But as day goes by, the elderly are now even smarter, and they are exposed on these scams, or they learned on how to purchase online or detect scams in the internet today. Because what you see isn't always the truth. Yes. So last but not least is phishing scam. Phishing scams are deceptive attempts by fraudsters to obtain sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, and credit card details by disguising themselves as trustworthy entities in electronic communication. Uh, to make it simpler, this is a type of scam that people use to get any of your information, which is your Gmail account, your credit card account, your credit card number, for example. I will give you an example. This happened a while ago, and it is one of the most biggest phishing scam that happened in the world by Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton got scammed by using phishing scam by a lot of, not a lot of, an organization in Russia, which they sent an email to Hillary Clinton saying that his Gmail account password have been changed, and there is a link on the email telling that Hillary Clinton uh, need to fill in the username and the password. So that is how the Russian scammers pretending to be the bank and telling that her account has been hacked or some sort of like that. So phishing scam is not a lot of people are exposed to it, and it is worth knowing that phishing scam exists because more and more scammers tend to use phishing scam, because Macau scam, love scam, and e-commerce scam are exposed in this world day by day. So they are still trying to search for new tactics. It is our responsibility to take care of our family and take responsible of how we interact with people, whether it is in the internet or they tell you that they are from the bank. And good to note that actually bank will not ask for your money through phone calls. They can just ask your money through emails, or you will get a notification from the banking app, sort of like that. And I want to advise you, if someone or calls you and pretend or say that they are police or bank or even hospitals, you feel free to call the police department or the bank agency to confirm that they are real people and not some scammers who want your money in theirs. So I think that is all from me. Thank you, moderator.
Okay, thank you, our dancing Azrael, for sharing with us. I am just 2 years old when I know about all of these scamming tactics that are typical in Malaysia. So thank you very much. So for our participants, before we proceed to our next topics, we will have a 5-minute break. So we will see you soon. Okay, so welcome back to our webinar, Scam the next slot, we will have Professor Madia Huda binti Zaman to share with us how to prevent from getting scammed. Professor.
All right, test mic, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh everyone. My name is Huda binti Zaman. So I'm standing here as the Professor Dr. Madia from the Monash University, Australia. So a little bit about myself. In the Australia, I was a specialist in the cyber security course. So that's why the moderator invited me here for me to actually share to you guys on how to prevent scamming. So, as you can hear from what Dr. Azrul explained earlier, that was a literally very clear type of scam. There is a lot of type of scam, and most of the operators is all the same because at the end of the day, you got scammed and you facing losses. So how to actually preventing this from happening to you or your friends or your mother and family members? Well, firstly, you gotta stay informed, which is how for you to actually stay informed. So we have few application for us to stay informed. We can watch news from the Berita Harian, from the Sinar Harian, on the Haraka Daily, or even on the website itself. There is this one type of website you can see Malaysia, which is we call as CCID portal, or famously known as the Commercial Crime Investigation Department. This is where we actually reported on if you get scammed, you can report it here. So, how is to get more informed by this is that you must well aware about the latest campaign, just like what the Dato Azul say, love scam, makam scam, phishing scam. So you must know the current news of this trend, so that whenever that kind of scammer try to actually scam you, you know that the operators is the same. Thus, it lets you to not responding to that kind of scam. Moreover, in any case, if someone tried to scam you, try to actually reconfirming with your kids. If you are a mother, you can reconfirm with your kids. But if you are adolescents, you can also reconfirm with your friend. Try to check it at the latest application like X or Instagram. That is where they actually always updating whenever they got scammed. People nowadays, if they got scammed, they will actually viral it out at the social media. So that is how you can actually try to stay informed, either that you read it. And then even in the social media itself, they will also show you the screenshot on how they actually operate this campaign. So that is one way on how you can stay informed. Next, in order for you to not actually got scammed, you must protect your personal information. Why does this really important for you? Because most of the scam happen from your mobile phone. Can you see that? From your mobile phone. So, in order for you to stop people from getting your personal information, you must protect it first. That is how you want to prevent yourself before it happens. So how you can protect your personal information is that firstly, try to less expose your life in your social media. If you are updating your life, you are going out or you are updating your result or anything, make sure you blur out your name, your phone number, your address, and most importantly, your bank account number. Never ever expose it on social media. That is really crucial for you because scamming tactics nowadays is really, we can call that very intelligence. Yeah, if you are not someone who is actually good at the technology, you must prevent it earlier. So try your best to not exposing your personal information on your social media. That is one thing, because most of the time people always forget to blurring the information on the IG story or their status or even in the X application. So that's why people can get way to connect with you through your mobile phone. Next, if you got next, I'm pretty sure that most of you like to shopping online, right? So whenever you got your parcel, right? You got your parcel, there is always your name there, your mobile phone, and then your address there. If you want to know, whenever that you get the parcel, make sure that you cross it out or you try to shred it, or there is this new device, not new device, new item that you can easily get from Shopee, where you can scroll the information, and then the information will be covered with all that kind of black ink things. So before you throw away that parcel, make sure that you blur out all of that personal information, because you never know who come to your house, who come to your dustbin's house to actually gather that kind of information. Not only that, you cannot even actually trust the trash picker who pick up your trash. How can we actually prevent that they don't do anything to us, right? And if you notice that when you get called scam, most of the number is not Malaysian number. That is proving my point earlier that you cannot even trust someone like that. But Malaysians, Malay, Chinese, and Indians also do that kind of scam. So that is the second way to protect your personal information. And then the lastly, use two-factor authentication, or famously known as 2FA, in all of your application in your mobile phone. Because, like I said, most of the scam happen at your mobile phone. They tend to easily accessing for your bank account information to your phone. So what can you do to prevent this is that in your application, WhatsApp, Instagram, even in your bank application, please ensure that you have this authentication happening. Because if you don't turning on this kind of security, the scammer can easily get access to your bank application, that is very dangerous, since that is where they can access your money there.
Okay, thank you so much, our Professor Madhya, who does someone for sharing us the how to prevent from getting scammed. I'm sure that all of us are taking notes right now to ensure that we will be safe and sound from the wrongdoings of scammers. So thank you so much, Prof. So we will be proceed to the next topic, which is what to do if I got scammed. And then this is a question for our millennial from Johor Bahru, Mr. Darwis Hazim. So what to do if we got scammed?
Okay, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Darus Azim Bin Zain. Okay, I'm from Johor Bahru and I'm a businessman from Malaysia. Okay, what to do if I got scammed? Firstly, you need to stop all communications. Cease contact. Immediately stop all communication with the scammer. Don't respond to any more emails, calls, or message. Okay. Okay, second, you immediate action. As soon as you recognize a scam, stop responding to the scammer. Engaging further could give them more opportunities to manipulate or exploit you. Okay. Second, blocking. Okay. Block their phone number, email address, and any social media profile they may have to use to contact you. And lastly, record keeping. Okay. Keep record of all communication with the scammer.
including email, message, and any other contact. This can be useful for reporting purpose. Okay, secondly is report the scam. For example, in Malaysia, if you got a scam, you can go to the police station nearby and do a report, make a report with the police officer there. Okay. Beside that, you can contact your local law enforcement agency to report the scam. Even if they can take immediate action, your report can help in tracking. And possibly preventing future scam. Provide them with all the evidence you have collected. Okay. All right. For the lastly, this is a very important part. That's secure your account. Okay. Firstly, you can change password. Immediately change the password for all your online account, especially those related to financial institution, email, and social media. Use strong, unique password for each account. Okay. All right, and then you can enable two-factor authentication, 2FA. Okay, for add security, enable 2FA on all accounts that offer it. This typically involves receiving a code on your phone or email that you must enter in addition to your password when logged in. Okay, for example, OTP number. So if you want to transfer any money to someone, you need to, if you turn on the 2FA, they will send you a OTP number in your phone number or email. Okay, and then monitor account activity. Regularly check your bank and credit card statement for any unauthorized transaction. Set up alert with your bank to notify you of any unusual activities. So next, credit freeze. Okay, this is credit freeze. If you suspect that your financial information has been compromised, consider placing a credit freeze on your credit report. This prevent new account from being opened in your name. Okay. For lastly, update security question. Okay. Change the answer to your security question on various accounts, making sure they are not easily guessable. Okay, all right. Okay, for okay. Thank you. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you so much for our millionaire from Johor Bahru, Mr. Darwish Hazim, for telling us what to do if we got scammed. Now, we don't have to panic, we don't have to rush if we got scammed because we already know what to do. Okay, so we will proceed to our Q&A session, and we will have some questions from the participants. And me myself have a question for Professor Madhya Huda. And my question is, you know that we got a lot of information, like random links around the social medias, for example, Telegram, for example, WhatsApp. So you said just now that we have to gain latest information to stay informed, isn't it? So my question is, where do we find these authentic sources that we can trust to stay informed?
All right. Thank you so much, beautiful moderator, for that question. So my answer will be that you can actually try to get the latest information from there's this free website scam checker where its website name is that getsafeonline.org. So from this one, you can actually try to wait, let me rephrase my sentence. If you notice that whenever we get scammed, we always get a link. We always get a link and we tend to click the link, and then in the moment all of our money vanish. So before you try to click the link, you can actually use the website. What is the name again? A free website scam checker to ensure that the link is not a scammer link. So that is one of the website checker for the additional information. Furthermore, you can also try to search on the X application and try to use the hashtag scam. Because as I said earlier, most of people always viral when they got scammed. So you can try to see that, and then if they get a lot of response, there's also proving that there is a lot of scam. I think that is one way. Also, can I add up a little bit information from how to prevent? I have another way, which is if you are trying to make bank transaction online, right? We always transfer using online transaction. We don't really pay with cash nowadays. So another way to prevent you from getting scammed is that don't use public Wi-Fi or public network whenever you try to transfer your money, because most of the public network is not really safe and the scammer always get the access for it. So if you are trying to transfer your money, ensure that you use your private Wi-Fi or your own mobile data so that it can prevent yourself from getting scammed. All right, is that answering your question?
Yes, Prof. Thank you so much for answering my question. That's exactly the answer that I was looking for. So thank you very much. So right now we have a participant asking a question for our Tansi Dato Azrul, which is the question is why scammers may are the elderly. Tansi Dato, please.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you for the participants who ask questions. This shows that you really hear what I said in my presentation. So the question asked is why does scammers typically or usually attack elderly apart from the teenagers or adults? This is because the elderly, all types of scam nowadays involved in scamming through phones or through internet. They don't usually see you face to face. So the elderly people, they usually settle things face to face and not through online. So their knowledge about internet or scam are quite low compared to teenagers and adults who have been exposed about scam or fraud on the internet, whether it is through phone or through the browser. So that is why they attack the elderly, because their knowledge is low about this scam. So they are very vulnerable people who can easily get scammed. For example, my parents, they have also experienced getting scammed, but they didn't manage to get money out from my parents. So as adults or teenagers, it is your responsibility to expose about scam to your parents or to even your brothers or sisters or your uncles and nephews, because it is something that isn't taught in school. So it is important nowadays for you to know all this stuff, for you to not get scammed, because all of your hard work, whether you work your own business or you work for the government, all the money you collect is planned for something else, for medication or for family trip. So by getting scammed, it is a waste of time and money for you to freely give them your own savings. That is why they attack the elderly, because they also have a lot of money saved and they are vulnerable. So to ask your question, that is my answer. And remember to tell your parents about scam, because maybe you didn't get scammed now, but in the future, we never know who will get scammed. So it is better late than never to tell your parents about scam, and for them to be safe in this world. Thank you. That is all from me.
Okay, thank you very much for our Sri Dato Azra for answering the question. I am too very curious about this and you are answering my question. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have another question for our millionaire, Mr. Darus Hazim, which is, if you got a scam, is there any chance we can get our money back?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rina. um, if we get scammed, can we get our money back, right? Okay. For so far, by my experience, we can't get our money back. Um, I I don't know why. Even if the police officer caught the scammer and get our money back, we very rarely and hardly to cut our money back. So far by my experience, because I um um pernah apa tu? Um I used to get scam when I do the business investment scam. And then until now I can't get my money back. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Darwish Hazim, for answering that question. But I think that just now, Mr. Darwish Hazim has a question for our Tan Sri Dato Azrul. So we want to know what your question is and what is the answer for the question.
Okay, Dr. Azrul, I have a question for you. Uh, you have explained the type of scammer in Malaysia, right? So I have a question for you. You got experienced by any change scam in Malaysia? Thank you.
All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much, Darwis Hazim, for asking this question. This is for us to learn and for the participants in here to hear about our stories and experiences that we deal with before you guys get into the same position as me. For to answer Darwis Hazim's question, which is have I been scammed before or tried to scam me? My answer is yes. There is one time these nasty scammers tried to scam me using Macau scam, which they try to get my money by saying I am a syndicate and I do money laundering for a drug business, which I didn't do that. And I'm confident about myself that I'm not in the wrong here. So that time they tried to scare me, and a lot of these scammers tried to scare people. So most of people will be scared, like they have do something wrong. But in reality, they didn't do anything. But that time I keep my cool because I know that I didn't do anything wrong. So they said to transfer all of my money into theirs for they to investigate my account about the drugs. But I refused because I know I didn't do it. So I just end the call, and the scammer said that he is from police department from Kajang. So I called police department in Kajang and I asked, is there a police officer named Ame, for example? And they said no. And I tell my story about what just happened, and they just told me that it is a scam, and there are a lot of people who get scammed by saying the scammer is a police officer from Kajang. So uh, it is very fortunate for me to not get trapped into this type of scam because at that time I am actually have emergency, so I need a lot of money at that time for my family purposes. So it is fortunate for me to not get trapped and get scared easily. And this is a sign for you guys participants to always stood up, whether you are right or wrong. Yeah. So if you didn't do anything wrong, you shouldn't be scared, because only you know what you did in the past or what you can do in the future. Yeah, that is all to answer Darusazim's question. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Azrul.
Okay, thank you so much for Tan Sri Dr. Azra for answering Mr. Darwin's question. Okay, so our Q&A session just ended there, but it doesn't mean that our webinar will be end soon because we have another session which is quiz session. So we welcome all of our participants today in this webinar to scan the QR code, and then you will be welcome to the quiz session to join us for a little bit of game. Okay, if there's anybody having trouble with the QR code, you may inform us in the chat box. Okay, so now we have our winners for our quiz. So we got Najiha for third place, and then we got Ajim for second place, and then we have Rose for our champion and first winner. Congratulations for all our participants and also our winners. Okay, so before we end our webinar, this is where you can get to know us better. So there is our mobile phone there, which is 0134456789, or you can find us in website www.organisasi.com or email us at hello@organisasi.com, or you can find us at number 62 Jalan Jeram, Selangor, Malaysia. Or if you want to get to know us better, you can also scan the QR code for more information. So I want to thank all of our participants today for joining our webinar Scam Alert, and also thank you so much for all of our three incredible panels, which is Professor Madia, who dah bersama zaman, our Tan Sri Dato Muhammad Azrul Tana Abidin from Syria, and also our millionaire local Jarvis Hazim bin Zain. Thank you so much for all of you for joining and answering questions and asking questions. And I hope that we all can be aware of scammers out there. And I'm hoping for us to stay safe together. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.